Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video, and we're talking about what's been in the news the last 24 hours. So we're looking like the good old new Prime Minister Keir Starmer is hinting at possible tax rises with the inclusion of fuel duty as well. So we've got the budget coming up in October. And he is saying he's going to have to make some painful decisions after finding out there is a 22 billion black hole in public finances. I obviously understand there's always some form of black hole. There is always money missing, or we are just a country in massive, massive debt and money needs to be made up. But we are one of the most heavily taxed countries, if not the heaviest taxed country in the world. Okay, out of all the other countries, you get taxed on your income, you get taxed on your fuel, you get taxed on the goods you buy, you get taxed on the food you buy, the cars you buy. You then get taxed again if you own a business, with more tax on dividends. You get capital gains tax. There's just taxes. Fuel duty currently stands at 52.95p a litre. That's after the reduction that Rishi Sunak gave of the 5p. So there is talks of this is going up, and then once again there's talks of possible tax rises, whether it's going to be for sort of more higher net worth people or whether this is going to come in for the working class, both, vice versa. I do not know until October, but I wouldn't say this is good news after all the promises we've had of no more tax rises. I think it's just a massive smack in the face to all the people. Pretty disgusting, really. We are taxed way too much, and I feel like what's he been in now, just over a month, he has already lost the majority of his votes and the majority of people who voted Labour and of this country. We cannot take any more taxes. We are already struggling. You've also got the issues of, there's talks of energy rises this winter. Shock, they can't rise them through the summer. Has to come in a winter when gas and electric is going to be used a lot more. Keir Starmer is also talking about a possible reset with the EU. Apparently he says it will not reverse Brexit, but he wants tighter relations with the EU. You can't go doing this because the people of the UK voted against it. We voted for Brexit, 52% winning votes. So you now have to stick with that. I believe with the way Keir Starmer is and what he wants, he actually does want to do some form of reversing Brexit. And I think if he had his own way, he would reverse it straight away. But it's a democracy. People voted. You've got to stick with it. It still hasn't finished properly. His words were, but it does mean a close relationship on a number of fronts, including the economy, including defence and exchanges. This does not mean reversing Brexit or re-entering the single market or the customs union. I don't believe a word he says. I haven't believed a word he says anyway. And he's sort of already gone against everything that he said leading up to the elections. So keep an eye out for this, guys, in the news. Like I said, possible tax rises. Keep an eye on the news towards the end of October. Fuel duty. Fuel is expensive as it is. We struggle to survive with it. And then the possible chance of trying to sneak back into the EU, in my old personal opinion. Like I said, I wouldn't put it past him. You can have some sort of close relationships with the EU. Yeah, it possibly does help with trade. But we all know he wasn't a fan of Brexit. And if him and all the other sort of heads of sheds within the EU, all about just pocketing money. So trust me, wouldn't put it past him if we see some sort of snaking in to try and reverse some sort of Brexit. But yeah, that's what's going on in the news in a minute. Possible tax rises, possible increases in fuel duty, and closer relationships with the EU. Thanks for watching. Remember to share, subscribe. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next video.